In this podcast episode, David Adelman, billionaire co-owner of the Philadelphia 76ers and investor in over 90 companies, shares his unique insights on entrepreneurship, investing, and building wealth. He discusses his journey, philosophies on deal-making, operational excellence, and the importance of integrity. Listeners will learn practical advice on spotting investment opportunities, managing risk, building companies, and leading successful teams. Adelman emphasizes the value of learning from existing businesses and the realities of managing complex ventures across various industries, including real estate, startups, and service businesses. Adelman challenges the stigma that everyone must start their own venture or fund, suggesting instead that people can become entrepreneurs in someone else's business. He encourages working hard within established industries, such as HVAC or other service companies, that are not vulnerable to disruption by AI or automation. These sectors often suffer from outdated business practices and lack succession plans, presenting ripe opportunities for those who want to add value and eventually take ownership. Learning operations and growing a business from within can be a viable path to wealth. Having made hundreds of deals and invested in dozens of companies, Adelman stresses that a great deal must be mutually beneficial. He advises understanding not just the price, but also the terms, duration, and especially the character of the counterparty, emphasizing the importance of trust. He shares personal lessons about negotiating, including avoiding letting emotions override logic and the difficulty of doing business with dishonest or difficult people. Composure, clear boundaries, and a focus on win-win outcomes remain central to his approach. Adelman recounts how he revolutionized the student housing market by transforming it from a fragmented mom-and-pop segment into an institutional real asset class. Educating lenders and investors about the stability and demand of student housing was key to raising substantial capital for growth. This operational alpha, focusing on execution, replicable culture, and customer-centric service, combined with leverage, propelled his early success. Treating tenants as family and investing heavily in team building were central to scaling nationally. When Adelman first raised money for large deals, he lacked a track record and had to convince investors through small wins and relatable business models. Demonstrating integrity, stewardship, and the ability to deliver consistent returns were essential to gaining trust. He highlights the necessity of having a plan, executing well, and maintaining strong relationships with capital providers to enable growth. Trust is the core asset in capital allocation. Operational focus differentiates winners in complex service businesses. Adelman describes how culture, training, and communication are critical, especially when caring for people's prized possessions, as he puts it, their kids in student housing. Scaling nationally required building systems and ensuring teams could replicate standards of service and accountability. He also values attention to detail, such as the back of the house, cleanliness, and organization, as a proxy for quality and pride in work. Adelman is open about failures and losses across his investments, stressing that losing money occasionally is part of taking risks. He distinguishes between risks in venture capital, which can be high, and real estate, which should be steadier. He warns against fraud and bad partners, suggesting diligence and active involvement proportional to investment size. Embracing failure as a learning tool while maintaining rigorous operational standards is key to long-term success. When evaluating new investments or founders, Adelman looks for unique problem-solving approaches, market potential, and the founder's character and resilience. Repeat founder relationships indicate trust and alignment beyond just one deal. He is wary of crowded or undifferentiated markets, especially many new AI or software startups lacking defensible moats. Mentorship is offered selectively to those who show grit, execution ability, and a genuine desire to learn, emphasizing that showing up and following through is often as important as raw intelligence. Adelman discusses the challenge of finding and retaining A players, valuing work ethic over raw intelligence. He stresses that successful companies rely heavily on communication, transparency, and leaders who bring bad news promptly so problems can be solved early. The ability to build, empower, and cheerlead operators while remaining the visionary is crucial for scaling multiple businesses. He also notes how family support and a strong personal foundation have been vital to sustaining his demanding career. The journey from a $1 million to $10 million business is often more difficult than scaling to $100 million or beyond due to validation and customer adoption challenges. Different leadership skills are required at each phase. Startups need visionaries, while larger businesses need strong managers to keep operations smooth. Managing tens of thousands of employees across his companies demands a keen eye on human resources, operational issues, and customer experience, focusing on quick responsiveness and retention. For Adelman, wealth creation requires a combination of planning, disciplined execution, integrity, and leveraging both financial tools and operational expertise. He advocates for continuous learning, managing risk prudently, and building businesses that can run without constant founder intervention. This mindset enables reinvestment and scaling. He also highlights the importance of incremental improvements and staying engaged beyond the startup phase to build lasting value. Adelman credits much of his success to having a supportive spouse who understands the demands of business. He is open about the sacrifices involved, including long hours and stress, emphasizing the need for clear communication and setting expectations in relationships. He enforces a rule that family members work elsewhere for years before joining his businesses to ensure they bring real experience and discipline. Teaching his children financial literacy and the value of hard work is a consistent priority. Adelman highlights the attractiveness of service businesses like HVAC, plumbing, and other trades, which face labor shortages and have low risk of AI disruption. These fragmented industries offer opportunities to professionalize, scale, and improve customer experience. He believes these sectors will be key avenues for entrepreneurs seeking sustainable businesses, but acknowledges education must evolve to prepare workers for these skilled trades. Having faced lawsuits, fraud, and difficult partners, Adelman stresses the inevitability of challenges in business. Developing thick skin, maintaining integrity, and learning how to choose trustworthy partners are essential. He values doing business fairly, avoiding cutthroat gamesmanship, and believes that mutual respect fosters better long-term relationships and more opportunities. He counsels entrepreneurs to focus on building, not tearing down, despite inevitable negativity and setbacks. Adelman's path from humble beginnings involves showing up early, working harder than others, and committing to continuous effort. He prioritizes work ethic when hiring and admires people who put in the extra effort. In a world where talent is abundant but discipline is rare, this hard work remains a competitive advantage. He challenges young people to embrace putting in the work and views grit as a major determinant of success. A continuous theme is the importance of curiosity and not being afraid to admit when you don't understand something. Adelman praises those who ask tough questions, challenge assumptions, and seek clarity, especially on complex topics like AI or investing. This mindset of inquiry enables smarter decisions and ongoing growth. He encourages leaders and entrepreneurs to foster environments where questioning is welcomed, leading to better problem solving. Adelman considers himself highly competitive, but subscribes to winning by creating mutually beneficial outcomes rather than beating people down. He believes collaboration and fair play build stronger teams and reputations over time. While other players may embrace a cutthroat style, he models a kinder, sustainable approach. This philosophy extends to his view on business competition, where friendly rivalries and shared knowledge can elevate the entire industry. While frequently approached for mentorship, Adelman admits the difficulty of providing it widely given time constraints. He recommends young entrepreneurs focus on education, reading, and execution first, demonstrating their grit and capability before seeking direct help. He values persistence, follow-through, and humility as prerequisites. Trusting a mentor's network and being coachable often unlock opportunities, but the initial burden lies with the mentee to show up and deliver results. Currently exploring sectors like longevity through peptides and stem cells, Adelman demonstrates a forward-looking mindset, investing time and capital into emerging fields he believes will change lives. Though his core businesses remain real estate and service industries, he stays intellectually engaged with innovation and adapts his portfolio accordingly. This balance of operational grounding and visionary curiosity defines his ongoing growth philosophy.